Hi guys, and welcome to episode 3 of Cooking with Nat. It's Friday, so usually we always have pasta in our house. And what am I going to make today? Well, I think you can see. It has been hitting your social media by storm. Yes, I'm going to make the baked feta TikTok tomato pasta. So it's simple, it's easy, and it's a great weeknight meal. I have a bunch of beautiful assorted colored cherry tomatoes from Lufa Farms, which I'm going to put a link to our Lufa Farms account if you're interested in signing up. We highly recommend them. It's for people in Montreal. And here is some delicious tomatoes. So, okay, after that, I'm also going to kind of change it up a little bit to make it my version of it, so it has a bit more flavor. I cut up some garlic and onions again, and I'm going to add those to my dish. And it's all gonna roast together and it's gonna be really, really delicious. So I'm gonna just really easily mix up the onions and the garlic and the tomatoes. And then we're gonna add some herbs and some spices and then the feta cheese, olive oil, and then we're gonna go in the oven. So now that I've mixed up my garlic and tomato, I'm going to add my feta cheese block here in the middle. And I also have some delicious spices from a Spice Affair. If you want 15% off of your purchase, Cooking with Nat is the code to use. I'm using the Tuscan spices again because I think they're the best, that are going to go the best with this meal. So I'm just going to drizzle. It has a mix of oregano, basil, a bunch of other deliciousness. And it already has some salt. I'm not going to be adding any more salt to this recipe because the feta cheese itself is very salty, and we're also going to add some parmesan cheese afterwards. So I've added just a little bit more, just, give it a little extra oomph. We're going to add that. I also have my fresh basil that I chopped up earlier. I'm going to just spread that all around my dish. I hope everyone's had a great week so far. And then I'm going to add a little bit of fresh cracked pepper. Lots of that on the cheese. Okay, wonderful. Then we're going to just drizzle with a healthy amount of olive oil. And then a good amount of olive oil. Really roast up these tomatoes because you really want them to be smushy. Because after it comes out of the oven, we're then going to add the warm pasta and a little bit of starchy water and smush it all together and then top with some Parmesan cheese. So super simple, didn't take much time, didn't take much prep. We're gonna put this in the oven and then we'll come right back and show you the rest of the recipe. Hot out of the oven, the tomatoes and feta cheese are ready to go. So they sat in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 30 to 40 minutes. You can see that the cheese has melted and it smells so, so good. I wish we had smell-o-vision. So most of the tomatoes have pretty much blistered and exploded, which is what you want. But there's a couple that might not have, so I'm just gonna try to give them a little hand here without getting dirty myself. This is hazardous work here. So also now we're gonna add the pasta to the feta cheese. Add in your pasta. We always make a full package of pasta because we always have leftovers for during the week. So start to give it a bit of a stir and add the starchy water as well. This is the pasta water that we saved. And now we're just gonna literally mix everything together. And it smells so delicious. Okay. It's coming together. All the flavors are blending. The cheese is ooey gooey, delicious. And I think adding the garlic and the onions definitely gave it a little bit of an extra boost. You could definitely omit it if you don't want to. And I feel like we could literally do anything with it. We could add pesto, we could add mushrooms, all the other vegetables. You could do like broccoli. Basically, it's essentially a cheesy casserole using some pretty delicious feta cheese. So I think we are pretty smushed together, and we're almost ready to serve it up. I'm just going to top it really quickly with some freshly grated Parmesan cheese. Because, you know, why not add more cheese? Why not? Maybe just a little bit more for good measure. The only kind of snow I like. All right, so the pasta dish is done. I'm just going to move it over, and I'm going to finalize my Caesar salad on the side. So while the pasta was cooking, I cut up some romaine hearts, and I have cooked up some bacon, and I have a lemon, and we already have, you could use Parmesan shavings, but we have a bunch of beautifully grated Parmesan cheese here. So I've never actually made my own dressing, which is something I definitely will be exploring soon, but with the pandemic, I can't really go out very much and go look for anchovy paste and things like that. So I use a really delicious, this one's vegan, Caesar salad dressing from Maison Orphée. I can put a link down there in the links down on the YouTube channel as well. They have great products, delicious dressings, oils, everything. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to just build up my salad dressing, add that in. Oh, the bottle is finished. Well, that's fine because I have 2 others on reserve. Then I'm going to add in my bacon. I'll make it easier. Just dump it all in together. That's going to be much better. And I'm going to squeeze my lemon juice. I love fresh lemon on a lot of things. Sometimes if you want to do roasted broccoli in the oven with some garlic and Parmesan cheese, and then you squeeze fresh lemon once it's out of the oven, oh my gosh, to die for. And then some delicious Parmesan cheese. I'm gonna toss it up. And I realized that I did not make croutons for this recipe, and normally I do. So next time I will show you how I make my croutons if you want, but it's really easy. You just take fresh baguette, put a bunch of olive oil and some herbs and spices, put it in the oven until they get dry, and then throw them in. There we go. So there you have it. Caesar salad on a Friday, some delicious feta cheese baked TikTok pasta. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.